Right now at 6, bond is set for the Madison man accused of killing 3 local teenagers. Plus a tragic end to a story we've been following now for a week. The statewide Amber Alert coming to an end. And later in a News 3 Now exclusive, meet the specialist working at UW Hospital, help putting everyone's mind at ease. News 3 Now at 6 begins right now. Before we get to those stories, we are keeping an eye on the forecast. Dana Fulton here to let us know about some dropping temperatures.
It's going to get quite chilly for us overnight, possibly seeing our first frost of the season for most of southern Wisconsin. We do have frost advisories in effect for tomorrow morning, stretching across our area. Temperature-wise, we're likely going to fall close to freezing for Dane County, Rock County, Greene County areas to the north. Expect those temperatures to fall in the upper 20s. Now, these are not our overnight temperatures. This is a look at the last 24 hours. A 21-degree drop in Madison and in Lone Rock, a 16-degree drop in Janesville. That puts us closer to 48 for Madison and Lone Rock, about 50 right now in Monroe. Overnight, those temperatures will fall to the mid to low 30s. Again, that's for Dane County south, but areas to the north will be lower than freezing. Our cloudy skies slowly becoming partly cloudy overnight. That's going to lead to a drying trend for your Friday and puts us back under sunny skies for Friday and for Saturday. Cool tomorrow in the afternoon, high temperatures in the low 50s, and this cool trend really settling in as we look ahead to the last week of October. We'll take a closer look at your Fulton day in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thanks. And with temperatures changing, now's a great time to download our Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app. It is free right now in your app store. A Dane County prosecutor called it one of the worst OWA homicide cases he has ever seen, explaining why he wanted a high bail against the man accused of causing the crash that killed 3 local teens. Brady Mallory explains why no one got exactly what they wanted today. Brady.
Families of Evan Cradwell, Jack Miller, and Simon Balesial chose to speak during Eric Maring's initial appearance today. He's accused of driving drunk, speeding, and smashing into a car with the 3 young men inside on October 2nd. A breathalyzer showed Maring was more than 3 times the legal limit, and he told police he was going 75 miles per hour in a 45 zone. One parent today called Maring a threat to the entire community and asked for the judge to set a $1 million bail.
3 young lives have been destroyed by the choices made by the defendant. He has already demonstrated a blatant disregard for the law and a blatant disregard for the safety of this community.
But defense attorney Chris Van Wagner said emotions shouldn't dictate what the law calls for. He said the DA's office and the families are assuming Maring's guilt before the case can even play out.
What I hear in the requests is truly a request that he be punished now, because if he were released, it would be unfair because 3 lives have been lost. They're apples and oranges. I may be the most hated man in the county today, but the fact of the matter is that the court has to look at risk of flight.
A judge settled with a $75,000 cash bond. Maring also can't drink, drive, or leave Dane County if he gets out of jail. Maring faces 8 felonies for the boys' deaths. He's due back in court in December.
Brady, thanks. Also in Dane County Court, a judge reduces the cash bond for a man arrested during a struggle on State Street where one officer shot another. Advocacy groups who were calling for K-Twan Richardson to be released from jail paid that bond, so Richardson is now free tonight, still facing a handful of charges in relation to that October 10th incident. 3-year-old Major Harris, the boy at the center of a statewide Amber Alert for the past 5 days, has been found dead. The Milwaukee PD making that announcement this afternoon, the latest in a tragic story that started with the boy's mother being found dead last week. Police say a suspect in that case killed himself a few days later.
Our community is suffering. Too many times this has happened. And it's just a terrible situation. I know everybody's hurt. Is hurting, and my condolences to the family.
Also, Milwaukee police say they have made several arrests in connection with the case last night, but would not elaborate beyond that. Madison PD looking into a massive fight happened yesterday at East High School just after noon. When police first arrived, they say a large crowd of about 100 people had spilled into the middle of nearby 4th Street. They say multiple fights broke out, but as more officers arrived, the crowd eventually thinned out. Tonight, the school district says it takes these incidents very seriously and is working with those involved and their families to determine what consequences should be taken. Some positive news for the state's COVID-19 road to recovery. recovery. 8 counties have now fallen out of the critically high disease activity category. 1 has dropped into the high category, and that is Dane County. Like so many other hospitals in the country, UW Health says it too is dealing with staffing shortages. The healthcare provider says the current nurse turnover rate is about 10% there, which ranks well below the national average of 17%. As of this month, UW Health has about 300 nursing openings, but still has the best patient-to-nurse ratios, one of those ratios in the entire country. A 12-story building in downtown Madison, safe enough to go back into for the first time in 6 weeks, but how many people will actually return? That's a question that worries a key tenant on the ground floor. Anna Hansen reports.
A temporary fix for an ongoing problem.
It's been troubling.
That's what's allowing Wally Borowski to return to business at Paisans tomorrow, the restaurant at the base of 131 West Wilson Street. Early in September, the city told everyone to get out of the building indefinitely out of fears it could collapse. This week, after about a month of reinforcement work to the underground parking garage, the city gave the green light to move back in.
I'm very apprehensive, and I think it'd be silly not to be.
Borowski says, and city reports show, the structural issues have been known since at least 2016. He has questions about why it took so long to actually do something about them.
I don't believe it should have happened. What more could have been done would have been to not have this be an emergency and have done this years ago when it first presented itself.
According to City of Madison building inspectors, years of deferred repairs in the 50-year-old building led to this trouble. The city inspection director told me over the phone underground support columns are a temporary fix. The city will keep an eye on further structural issues. When I called the building's owner to ask about the situation, he told me he did not want to talk and hung up.
We've been in business for over 70 years. It's put us in jeopardy.
Further frustrating Borowski is the lack of parking spaces in the garage. The support rods block off all but about 50 floor spaces where there used to be more than 200. Still, he's hopeful a return to the building brings a return to business, too.
We're just hoping to get this place running and back in business.
In Madison, Anna Hansen, News 3 Now.
The restaurant's been at its current location since 2006. The owner hopes a more permanent fix would allow it to stay even longer. Still ahead at 6, preparing for the next big project at Camp Randall Stadium. What changes we can expect for next season? That's coming up at 6.
Don't miss the lowest prices of the season one-day mattress sale going on tomorrow at Ashley HOMESTORE. Fall in love with your home again by saving up to 60% off. Plus, get $300 in free furniture and no interest financing for up to 5 years on luxury brands. Only at Ashley HOMESTORE.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Don't miss the lowest prices of the season one-day sale going on tomorrow at Ashley HOMESTORE. Fall in love with your home again by saving up to 49% off. Plus, no interest financing for 5 years. Pay less than $20 a month for a new room you'll love. Only at Ashley HOMESTORE.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Welcome back. 1 month from now, work will be getting underway for a new addition at Camp Randall Stadium. The university says it's planning a comprehensive renovation of the south end zone. That'll include new premium seating and hospitality clubs. Construction on the $77 million project also includes new field turf and updates to the press box. Work should wrap up in summer of next year.
You know, we couldn't be more thrilled to have this project back on track and have a definitive timeline to see, you know, the most recent change come about in Camp Randall. It's been a long time. It's been since 2004, 2005, when the suites in Kellner Hall were added to Camp Randall. And
a total of 2,300 new premium seats will be added, replacing around 6,000 bleacher seats that are currently in the south end zone. The project will be complete in time for the 2022 season opener, September 3rd, when they host Illinois. A little ceremony today in Stoughton celebrating the removal of the final lead water service line in that city. Today's replacement marks the end of Stoughton's efforts to locate and remove all lead water service lines. In just this year, Stoughton Utility replaced a total of 698 service lines. Around the state, enrollment in the school district of La Crosse is declining. In nearly 20 years, leaders say it has lost more than 1,500 students. Low enrollment numbers and aging buildings are leading the district to consider closing some schools. Tyler Jobe has the story.
The future of some of La Crosse's oldest school buildings is in doubt. But some parents question the district's proposal of closing some of the current structures.
It does cause a lot of difficulty for students to have to change the things they've been doing for years.
Others, though, are looking forward to new beginnings.
When we have declining enrollment, it's just too much money to maintain all the facilities.
The La Crosse School District gathers these thoughts to help them plan the district's future. Leaders sent out a survey to community members on Monday asking if they support the district consolidating some of its current buildings.
If we're going to do big things with our facilities, we know we need the public support.
Superintendent Aaron Engel says there are many options on the table. One option would be to close an elementary school or two. Emerson and Spence are the district's two oldest elementary schools and would cost a combined $7 million to maintain. Another solution is closing all three middle schools and moving middle schoolers into the district's two high schools, and a new high school would be built. Engel says keeping all the schools won't work.
The consolidation and closure is a little sad, but would also save us the necessary money in order to make the finances work as we move forward. At a minimum, we're going to be closing Hogan Administrative Center.
The district loses money every time enrollment drops.
It's really driven by birth rates in our school district, and those have been declining across the state and across the country.
Some people like having neighborhood schools.
They have it organized fairly conveniently for students to come from where they live.
But school leaders say having too many buildings takes away money to invest in educating the students.
Having excess buildings hampers our ability to give kids the best possible education.
Tyler Jobe reporting. The deadline for taking the surveys November 18th. At that point, school leaders will take feedback from the surveys and present it to the school board. The board will then decide whether taxpayers will need to vote in a referendum. Until ahead at 6, we'll meet a specialist at UW Health. His job is to spread a little happiness. Plus, temperatures are dropping. Dana has more details, but a chance for some overnight frost. That's coming up.
At Star N Bank, we think having choices is important, so you can choose the products that are right for your life. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
Have you been wanting to shop for furniture but worried you missed out on the big summer sales? No worries. This weekend only, you get our best discount of the whole year. It's Slumberland's Customer Appreciation Sale. And everyone gets an extra 30% off our already low Slumberland prices. Saturday and Sunday only, shop our wide range of furniture and in-stock items. Online too. You haven't missed it. Shop Saturday and Sunday only at Slumberland Furniture.
At US Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at US Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Update your bathroom and get 11% off everything at Menards. Saving over 600 faucets from Moen in the store and on Menards.com. Moen faucets are built to last in the latest styles. Save 11% on all Moen faucets. Enhance the beauty of your home with our huge selection of durable, waterproof, and easy-to-install sheet vinyl. IBC Sheet Vinyl offers perfect solutions for any room. Save 11% on all flooring at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's that time of year to hit the open road. To make sure your trip is safe, Meineke is now offering free brake pads. Call your Madison area Meineke for details. Meineke Car Care Center is here to help.
Today's the day to go farther with a partner that provides you innovative solutions for your own personal financial future. Explore the possibilities today at starinbank.com.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. If you've ever had a child in the hospital, you know it can be a time filled with anxiety and worry. For the child, it can feel scary. But as Charlotte DeLeste tells us, the UW Health Kids Child Life Specialists have a new member on the team to help put everyone's minds at ease.
There's a reason why dogs are called man's best friend.
We're only in it for a week or two now.
They give unconditional love.
You're so darn cute. Good thing the camera can't smell your breath.
They're always up for a fun time.
You ready? Are you ready to play?
And they want you around.
You checking out who's back there? When I leave, she's like, where are you going? Are you going to come back? Come on back.
Lucky for Brianna Hampton and Kiko, they live and work together. The 2-year-old golden retriever with a little poodle mix is the newest employee at American Family Children's Hospital.
She gets paid in love. Not only from me, but all of the kids and staff that she sees every day. And treats, of course.
Professionally trained in Georgia, Kiko's the first dog in the hospital's new Canine Health and Medical Pals program known as CHAMPS. She's also the first facility dog in all of Wisconsin. Together, this dynamic duo brings comfort to some of the hospital's smallest patients.
We've heard kids crying from afar sometimes, and she just kind of like perks up and like tries to almost look for them as if like, oh, I need to go help them, which is really sweet. But then on the flip side, for the patients that she does have direct care with, there's been a couple kiddos that have given her hugs, and that is just adorable.
It's proven psychological theory that a parent's anxiety is going to go on to a child. A child's anxiety can alleviate to, or a child life specialist in the room. And dogs do have the physiological benefit of decreasing that.
And Kiko's excelling at her job.
We met a school ager who was pretty fearful for his IV, very appropriately so, and we came in as a surprise. He had no idea that Kiko was going to do a visit, so it totally lit up his day. He was very excited, and he even shared with us, he's like, this is so nice. And Kiko and he cuddled for his whole procedure. It went wonderfully.
Kiko is trained, and all the dogs from Canine Assistance, to actually yawn at people within the room, and that lowers everyone's stress level.
And heart rate, making everyone more calm.
But overall, as a child life specialist, for me, one of my favorite parts is just to see how resilient kids are and the effect that we can make just in an hour. So we might see a very anxious kid come in, but just sitting down with them and taking the time to do teaching and to show them what we're going to do that day or in that time, and see that circle come all the way around to them being anxious to understanding what's happening and really calm, that's magical.
Calm in a place where no parent or child ever wants to be.
Just seeing how great it's already been, I don't know why every hospital doesn't have 10 Kikos. There's over 100 kids in the hospital a day. There's over 200 that visit the clinic every day. So to have more of her would make crazy changes.
Charlotte DeLeste reporting. Generally, there are over 100 kids in the hospital and more than 200 who visit the clinic every day. So Kiko will soon be joined by another therapy dog, and that'll come next spring. Dana Fulton joining us with the forecast. We know those faces, right?
Oh, yes.
Face looks like that. I can't train mine to yawn. He usually yawns all day anyway.
If only we could have a few Kikos running around in the newsroom.
That would be very stress relaxing.
It could really help us out a little bit. As we look ahead to tomorrow, things are going to get a little colder outside. In fact, we do have some frost advisories in effect for Friday morning throughout throughout southern Wisconsin that extends up to La Crosse and Green Bay. It's been a while since we've seen temperatures fall below freezing. Now tonight we're forecasting for 34 in Madison, but we're going to get very close to that line, and we haven't seen temperatures below freezing since May 11th. The last time that we were at close to freezing, 30 degrees actually, the overnight low for us for May 11th. Remember that late May cold snap that we had? We did have some frost advisories towards the end of the month, but temperatures only fell to 33. So it's going to feel very similar to today, not quite crossing that freezing line. Our earliest first frost that we've ever seen in the middle of September in Madison, our average first frost October 11th. So we're a little bit behind that average date today, the 21st, so about 10 days behind average there. Certainly not the latest first frost, but if you've been outside at all in the last week and a half or so, it has definitely been about the average for our afternoon highs and for our overnight lows. As we look ahead through the rest of the 10-day, seasonably cool temperatures expected. High temperatures will be in the 50s and overnight lows will drop to that cool spot to start off our days. For Friday and Saturday, sunshine will build back in. Should be really pleasant, a very autumnal weekend for us, with some shower chances building back in for Sunday and the middle of next week. Right now, our radar is quiet. I wouldn't be surprised if some folks, mainly east of Dane County, were seeing some light drizzle, not enough to really pick it up on our radar. We've had this cloudy sky throughout the day, and that cloud coverage will steadily clear out overnight, becoming partly cloudy for early Friday morning. Afternoon high temperatures tomorrow will be in the mid to low 50s with that light breeze coming through. Yet again for Saturday morning, we are probably going to see widespread frost because the breeze will stay light and temperatures will fall close to freezing early Saturday in the afternoon. A lot of sunshine. Highs will be in the mid to low 50s. It'll certainly feel like late October. For tomorrow, 52 the high, partly sunny skies and cool outside, seasonably cool for us as we head into the weekend. Plan on sunshine for Friday and Saturday. Areas of frost likely Friday night and patchy frost likely for Saturday night. Not quite as widespread. Temperatures won't drop quite as much, and we're expecting a little more of a breeze to mix in late Saturday. Rain chances for Sunday and into the start of the work week. Another opportunity for rain will build in by the middle of the work week. And as we look ahead to next week and Halloween weekend, a drier pattern overall, partly sunny skies and seasonally cool temperatures, highs in the middle 50s, and overnight lows will trend fairly close to average near 40.
And coming up in sports, Aaron Rodgers kind of compared this season to one where the Packers raised the Lombardi Trophy. Why he has that feeling about this year next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Clean, safe, fun. I wanted it all when we needed daytime care for Mom. Oh, Grace's new adult day center is so nice. Now she goes twice a week while I'm at work and loves it.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
With Dad's arthritis, he struggles with housework and bathing, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their age-at-home service, Dad gets the help he needs to stay independent at home. A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Tomorrow morning, is it a trick or a treat for the taste buds? Jennifer Street Market's Meat Pros grill up a Wisconsin favorite with a Halloween twist.
And temperatures are going to be near freezing, bringing in frost to our forecast. We'll be taking a look from 4:30 to 7 tomorrow morning.
With all the injuries and moving pieces around the Packers roster, it's kind of hard to believe that Green Bay is off to a 5-1 start. Now, it helps that they have Aaron Rodgers under center, but the front office has been making all the right moves, bringing in veteran guys that fit and have filled in nicely. And so far this year, Rodgers is starting to feel like it's one where the Pack were the last team standing.
This season is beginning to remind me a little bit of a season over a decade ago where we've had a number of injuries and in the course of the season added certain pieces to the mix that ended up playing a big role down the line. I think you guys can imagine what season I'm talking about, which is a good thing.
This season is Jackie Rayberg's 10th year leading the Middleton dance team, and they've been good. Every year they've competed, they've made it to state. And that success has helped the Cardinals build confidence to not only go out and perform, but go after their dreams.
All right, you guys good? Let's do it.
Jackie Rayberg is organized.
When I think of Jackie, I just think of her being so organized and always making sure everything's up to date.
5, 6, 7, up, 8.
Energetic.
Yes. We always want to come to dance super uplifted and energetic, and I think her energy just really helps.
And passionate.
Up, 7, back.
About Middleton dance.
I just can't give it up. I love dance and I love coaching so much. 1.
And her big thing?
3.
Is confidence.
6. You have to be confident in yourself, be confident in your teammates, know that you've hit the routine a million times before you go out onto the floor.
Which is built up during practice.
The show's on your face. Like, if you don't have confidence, there's going to be nothing going on up here. And, like, it just projects through your whole body when you're dancing.
But Rayberg goes beyond the routine.
6 and 7, 8.
To build her team up.
When you're in a sport like dance where you have to perform and put yourself in front of people, have to be confident in what you're doing, it really helps them bring that self-confidence into everyday life no matter what they're doing.
When I was a freshman, I didn't know half the stuff I know now, and I just was shy and quiet, and she's taught me so much confidence. Now I feel like I have a voice.
All thanks to a little belief from Jackie Rayberg.
Very nice, you guys.
And don't forget to nominate your coach to be our next Coach of the Week. Just head to the sports page on channel3000.com and fill out that nomination form. Dana?
Are you going to audition next year, Zach?
That's to be determined.
For tomorrow, we do have a frost advisory in the morning for all of southern Wisconsin early Friday. Temperatures will drop to the low 30s for overnight lows. Sunshine expected for Friday and Saturday afternoon. Frost likely Friday night and Saturday night. And for the start of next week, more rain chances building in. The soggy setup bringing scattered showers late Sunday into Monday. Temperatures trending back to the upper 50s for us for the middle of next week with a few more rain chances for the middle of the week. After that, though, we fall into a drier pattern, which is good news as we start to look ahead to the last weekend of October and Halloween creeping in at the end of the 10-day.
All right, Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Have a great evening, and we'll be back here tonight at 10.